Live right here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Important to get off on the right foot. New year, new season. These guys have done it.
And, you know, for the Bulls, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place.
Ready to go for this one. So for Chicago right now, at the floor, it's Gasol with Noah. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Here's McDermott following the basket by Stephen Curry. And it's Butler missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the pass to Green from the arc. And the shot is good. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Early.
This guy's a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
And thank you for that, Doris.
She's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals, a few points, relentless energy and enthusiasm, and even a few assists as well.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 34-point game against Brooklyn.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Rose after the miss from Stephen Curry. Puts up a 3. Rose can't get that one to fall. And Joakim Noah. He's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played inside at Florida. When they won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
And you just hit on it. I mean, he bites, he scratches, he claws his way into the upper echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014 was named All-NBA first team as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just hope he's healthy this season to get back to that level.
Curry, good.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Butler with the ball, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. And they double up Butler. Here's Rose, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. To the wing on the left. McDermott, no one around him. Warriors with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Here's Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. Butler attacking. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
All year, they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
Curry passes to Bogut. The feed to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. Thompson, again, Golden State. 1:29 left to play in the first.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Tony Snell's checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And he gets it to go.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Now here's Iguodala. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Here's Butler. He kicks it to Snell. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Barbosa against Butler. Pass to Livingston. They set the pick. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Livingston's got his first 2 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. It's going to be Brooks shooting. It's going to be on Maurice Spates. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Got it off in time. No good on that last second attempt there. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Barnes and Green of the forward set. Steph Curry's out there with Iguodala. And it's Azili in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Now Brooks following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Three-pointer, Snell, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Snell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry. And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. I mean, you could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
That's good.
You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage.
Warriors trail by 3. Lets it go from deep. Again, Curry missing.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Now Gibson, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Snell from outside. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Iguodala's drive. It's stolen. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Back to Barnes. On the wing, Iguodala. Fires from 14. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. That's a 2 from Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Chicago calls timeout. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Azili. Spates comes in for Livingston in for Curry. And so it's Golden State with it after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by McDermott.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Bulls have had a great rebounding team for a long time now. Last season was no different.
Yeah, so many categories to measure how well a team rebounds. The Bulls were in the top 3 in almost all of them.
Now here's Spates. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Shot left block. Thompson misses.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
As for the Bulls and rebounding, I mean, they were second in the league in winning contested rebounds. That's another data analytics stat for you folks. Second overall in total rebounds, too.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And that one's good by Butler.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Thompson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Clock at 6. Uncovered. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. And that's now 6 points for Klay Thompson.
And with the big men the Bulls have, it's easy to see why they rebound so well. But make no mistake, guards and bigs alike rebound well on this Bulls team.
Noah's shot is off. Warriors trail by 6. Thompson outside. Fade away. Can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Outside Rose. Takes it off the glass. Rose has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
It's Thompson off the drive. He hits the shot at the 30 second.
Goodness.
Woo!
The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man. What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy, no matter what the situation is.
And the first half is now in the books. It's Chicago. They're up by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And, Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, we're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take on the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and no turnaround.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is just about to.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first one. Third quarter starting here now. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available. And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Curry, 11 points in the game. They double-team Curry. Green kicks to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. And here's Barnes for 3, and he gets it to go. Barnes has got 7.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Gasol dishes to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Butler's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Bulls.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Warriors trail by 10.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Rose, that's good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's McDermott following the score by Derrick Rose. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So Golden State will get the first possession. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the small forward spot. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he is the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Klay Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Bulls ball. Here's Butler. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Dishes at Denoa. And he gets it to go.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
You're right, Clark. That's exactly what you would want, to establish that presence down low early in the game.
Now here's Curry. Last game he had 34 points. Six on the shot clock. To the wing right side. Lets the three fly. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And the basket by Rose. Rose has got his first points of the game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
McDermott hits good. This time the assist from Rose. McDermott's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing, Thompson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
A2K